Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Making Money on Bitcoin. And in this episode I will describe the anatomy of a Bitmex pump. Now, all of you are aware of system overload and that Bitcoin price jumps really quickly and then sometimes dumps, and you're not allowed to place any orders. Sometimes you're not allowed to cancel your orders, and I will explain to you what really is happening. This website here are Clark Moody tickers. I strongly encourage you to use this website. It gives you a lot of information of what's happening in crypto. So these ticks show specific exchanges. Now this is the Bitmex swap. The blue one is the quarterly futures and the purple one is the quarterly futures. Red one is GDAX, orange one is Bitstamp, and these are constituents of the Bitmex index. So in the past Bitmex was supposed to follow the index, but now Bitmex is way bigger than Coinbase and Bitstamp, and they actually follow Bitmex, which is a bit weird. But anyway, here you have a stable price, and the longer the price is stable, the more offers there are, the more stops there are to get activated and generate a pump. Everyone wants to make a large bet here and then benefit of the pump and sell at the very top, but this is often very difficult. So the price is moving here flat, then it goes up, went up here, nothing happened, but this time there was some more buying. So there were probably some buyers who bought here, and around this area I think is where the system got overloaded. There were plenty of stops, a lot of people who saw the flat price action here. A lot of people who saw flat price action here set stops just in case the price goes up. They will either open a new position or close their position, because this is how they manage their risk. However, at this point a lot of stops get activated, a lot of offers are in the system, and this is where Bitmex stops accepting any it stops executing new orders, and it might reject the new orders because it's overloaded, and it's fair enough. Their system evaluates everyone's balances every tick, so every fraction of a second and every $0.50 price is every single balance on the exchange is evaluated, and this is why this exchange is under so much load. There are tens of thousands of users, I think 20,000 users simultaneously, and everyone wants to execute their order when they see a massive pump. So here the system gets overloaded, you are not allowed to execute anything. If you submit a buy here, it will not be executed. The system will reject your order. If you had a stop loss, yes, it will be executed here because it has been submitted earlier, and the stops will always execute. They will never get the system overload. An important thing to keep in mind is that there are some priority orders, and the priority orders is market close your position. So if you really want to buy here, and if you have a position which is short, you can try market closing the position, and as a priority it might get executed somewhere, maybe here, nobody knows. But as here we got overloaded, there were plenty of orders. Now the magic happens. So there are plenty of buys, plenty of stops. A lot of people managed to submit an order here, but it didn't get executed until here, and here the system got overloaded. So you have plenty of buy orders from the users, plenty of stops, and then you have the liquidations. So stops get executed, then some orders from the users who managed to submit a buy get executed, and the price shoots up. It is allowed to shoot up because when the system gets overloaded, not only you are not allowed to place new orders, but also a lot of bots send a command to the Bitmex exchange to cancel all the orders, because they are not allowed to submit anything to cancel any orders. They don't know what's happening. They are not allowed to participate in the market, so they prefer to cancel all their orders. But that's only part of the bots. Some bots will keep their orders, but inevitably the order book gets flattened, and this is why it can shoot up so high. So here all the buys get executed, and maybe someone here submitted a sell, so the price went up, shoot up, and this is that one person who decided to sell, so it all went up and then he sold. But then again, plenty of further stops and executions get filled, and the price goes up and down. So someone might have submitted a sell here and it got accepted by the system, it wasn't rejected, but it will get executed here after a queue of stops and other orders which could have had higher priority. If you had a long here and you see that the system is overloaded and likely to shoot up, you can try market closing the position. It's likely not to get executed here. It might get executed here, and you might be able to sell into the pump. But you can see all these price movement up and down, up and down, up and down. And this is when the system is overloaded. The bots are not operated. The spreads are quite high. And this is where the system regains ability to accept the new orders, and the price discovery continues. Interesting thing is how the spot exchanges follow Bitmex rather than Bitmex following the exchanges. So it's the pump that drives the spot exchange. You can see that mostly the yellow line leads, and then the and then the GDAX and Bitstamp follow. So this is arbitrageurs. They have their orders here, and if they get filled, they buy on GDAX and on Bitstamp. And this is why the index goes up. Probably around here the liquidations kick in, and this is why the orders which got executed, well, the sell orders which got executed here did have some liquidity to stop on. So probably the liquidations are here. So a lot of people probably got liquidated up to here, and this is where the liquidations are being bought. An interesting feature of a Bitmex pump is that arbitrage bots, which are making sure that the price of futures follows the price of swap, are not able to execute any trades, and you can take advantage of that by setting stop orders. And you can sit here and manage your stop orders, and you can see that these are one box, so that's $20. So let's say the stop orders, the futures trade $30 below the swap, and this is their mark price. So the mark price will follow the swap price. You can also set stops with the index, and you can say that if the price goes $50 above, so the normal price for the futures is $30 below the index. So you can set some buys. For example, if price goes here, you will buy $50 below the index, and you can set plenty of these. And if you set some, you can see that the price went up, and this is the index price here. And the fair price for futures, as we saw here, is $30 below the index and below the swap. What's the price at which the futures are trading? So this is the fair price, $30. So this is the fair price for futures, both of them, quarterly and bi-quarterly. But you can see that you can buy these futures $30 cheaper. These futures, maybe at this point, this is the index, so the fair price is here. So this is where the bi-quarterly futures should be priced, but they're not. They are $60 below. So you could take advantage of that by setting some stop orders, which will execute at the time when arbitrage bots are not able to execute. And the same thing happens here. So system gets overloaded, and probably here, well, it's all overlapped, but all these orders are when system gets overloaded. So here you have it, the anatomy of the Bitmex pump. I hope this video was helpful. Please comment, like, subscribe, suggest any future videos. Please use my referral links which I have below, and thanks for watching.